most iconic look of the whole movie. I think of her in the black leather, smoking a cigarette, teased hair. She's an absolutely stunning woman.
I cannot be sure of this, but I'm almost positive. They gave her smoker's lines on her face.
Did they really?
If you watch the moment where she goes, "Tell me about it, stud," they darkened the nasal labial folds along of the bottom of her nose so she looked like she was a longtime smoker. They made her look older. Like look at the first scene of her where she's just at school, and then the last scene, somehow they've done something with her makeup that trying to make her look older. Like she's already too old to play high school. You don't have to make her look older. So it's a weird thing. I don't know what they did, but like the way she's like, "Tell me about it, stud." She's got these crazy lines and everything's all darkened. They darkened up her face in a weird way that makes it look like she's older than she actually is. So
that's freaking wild.
And then they give her the weird bouffanty, puffy hair.
Closer to God.
And you're right. Danny Zuko does come out in that scene in his Letterman's jacket, which he immediately ditches so he can wear all black just like her.
Of course.
And so the last image,
right?
And the last image that we have of them together is her having fully changed and him basically being himself just without the leather jacket.
Yes, that's very fair.
He was like, "Hey, here's what I think. I joined the track and field, got into fantastic shape, earned myself a Letterman's jacket, and I did this all for you. What did you do for me? Well, I started a horrible habit. I smoke now 3 packs a day. I've aged terribly. I got all this terrible chemicals in my hair. I've squeezed myself into these leather pants all for you. I love you so much. My parents have disowned me. I live on the street now. Like this is like, I mean, you really can't compare what he did for her to what she did for him.
Well, and like the insinuation I feel like with this too is like she is sexy, so now she won't probably let him touch her boobs.
Right. Oh yeah. No, this version of Sandy absolutely at least allows over the clothes.
Yes, at least over the clothes stuff.
Yeah, at least.
But they're the ones that they want, so we get that musical number.
I've got chills. They're multiplying, I'm losing control. It's the power. You're supplying. It's electrifying.
Electrifying. I was thinking of The Rock the whole time.
Yeah.
Watching this back. Yeah, and again, I can't emphasize enough. On graduation day, you sing musical songs like through a fun house,
right,
and stuff.
Right. No, through the carnival that is at your graduation.
Of course. And it is on school grounds. This isn't like a party at someone's house.
No. Yep.
And then we also get a musical number for literally no reason of We Go Together, which doesn't even really have a transition into it. Like, it's just kind of like, we graduated! Hooray! We go together! Like,
ding-dong. Yep.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Those things don't go together. Like, we go together like toast
peanut butter
and jam.
And jelly. Yeah.
Whatever. Like, we go together like things that go together. Things that go together, yeah. Like, you could have read that, but you wrote shabba dibba digga digga biggity ding dee bong, which doesn't go together. Those are sounds that you've put together in a kind of patois that don't actually mean anything. So it's, again, this is a beloved song that means nothing as effectively in a film that is beloved but means nothing. It's a perfect song to end this movie on. Wonderful. No notes.
No notes at all. That's perfect. And that's it. We see them get in Grease Lightning, which, and I cannot stress this enough, flies into the sky.
Flies into the sky. Because this is a thing. Here's the thing. I think maybe I've been thinking about this movie all wrong. I was saying like maybe it's a parallel universe where people can just break out into song and they all telepathically communicate all the lyrics at the same time, do the same thing. There's music that just happens. They all know the same dance moves. In this parallel universe, we have flying cars. Now, they're only flying cars if you've actually souped them up in your garage at the school.
And I think they have to have won races to be able to gain.
Yes, you have to win a race. You have to get enough XP so you can unlock the flying capability in your car that you have. Maybe it's that. Maybe the whole thing takes place in an alternate universe, because it would have to take place in an alternate universe where good movies are actually bad and bad movies are actually good.
That's true. That would explain the timeline as well if it was in an alternate.
Yes, right. Yeah. No, there was a weird time where I don't know why, but in this alternate the timeline, everyone has to be cryo-frozen for 6 months every year just to continue to live. And so they were all cryo-frozen, but we skipped that part. That would be really boring. So they all go to cryo-freeze, and 6 months later they come out and they do the rest of the movie. No? That's not a thing that happened? Okay, then get the fuck out of here.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I click the subscribe button. You really should too. If you like videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, subscribe now.